Hey guys, welcome to this update episode of Expat Soup. My name is still Spencer, and we are still coming to you live here from Jimmy B's in Yangzhou, China. Like I said, we just wanted to update you guys on the reasons for the lack of content, and we wanted to get everybody up to speed on the state of the podcast. So first off, we just want to apologize for the lack of content lately. We know that tens and tens of people are out there waiting with bated breath for the next episode, and rest assured, stuff is on the way. More episodes, more guests, etc. So we've gone through some changes in the lineup here on the show. James has left the lineup. So for anyone that listens to the show purely to hear James's obnoxious laugh,
I'll try my best to copy it, but
we're sorry. He is gone. Our YouTube video channel, we had one video that had 50 views on it, and his ego just got too big for the show.
yeah, he sold out.
So we had to let him go. We let him down easy, though. We gave him a job in South Korea. Mm-hmm. So we shipped him on out of here. None of that's true. He went back to America. So we're one man short. But today, like I said, we're going to update you on things to come. So James is gone, and we've got a new member of the team.
A new super? Like
Superman. Yes. So we got Marzio in Jimmy B's today. James is gone. We kept his bar. So Jimmy B's is still here.
in memory. This is the new James. The bar is James.
Right. He's currently in America, but his soul has stayed with the bar.
As he would want, I think.
Like a bad horror movie. But we've got some video content that's.
Well, I think they can see that.
We're literally on camera right now, but it will be better than this. Better angles, and we're trying to get the sound quality up to a respectable level. So we've been tinkering with things, and just rest assured there's more content on the way.
It's a work in progress. So like every episode will be a slight improvement on the last one.
And for the video content, please do not watch anything higher than 360p, for everyone's sake.
Yeah, for our sake, mostly.
Right. I just want to sleep at night.
Yeah, so we don't look good in HD.
Don't want these people.
We got some more guests coming. We've got a French episode coming. We got a Russian episode coming, and we'll tease a little bit of stuff in our next actual episode. Anyways, without further ado, we've got a Mr. Marzio Caligari here as our new producer, engineer, sound guy, editor, jack of all trades. Marzio Caligari. Hello, Marzio.
Hello.
Isn't that the seafood thing?
Calamari.
Yeah, right. I bet you've never heard that joke before, right?
Never been called Mario either, you know?
Super Marzio?
Super Marzio.
Super Marzio Calamari.
So when I met you, you introduced yourself as a British bloke, but your name is Marzio. What's the story there?
Well, named after my great-granddad. I'm half Italian, so my great-granddad was called Marzio, and yeah.
Did you live in Italy ever, or?
Yeah, I lived there for like the first 8 years of my life. Went to England, went back to Italy, came back to England.
So you're fluent in Italian?
Yeah.
And the jury's still out on English?
Still learning the English language.
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
Conjugation. What's that?
I have no idea.
That sounds like a cult to me. But anyways, Marzio's our new partner in crime here. So we just wanted to kind of get a little introduction on Marzio, his background, kind of fill you in. So Marzio Caligari is a Italian name. You're British. are you in a perpetual state of not knowing whether to drink coffee or tea?
Actually, I am. Yeah. In the morning, I always decide, do I want coffee? Do I want tea? Prefer tea to coffee.
Tea over coffee.
Yeah.
That's a win. That's one win for us.
Okay, so now we're back down to two hosts on the show. Marzio is gonna be extricated from the Jimmy V's after this airs.
Coffee's like a big thing in America, right?
It's big, yeah. I think it started a couple hundred years ago, you know, after we got comfy over there in America. Maybe just in an effort to be different from the tea drinking kind of aristocratic.
Well, it would have been the immigrants that brought it over with them, right? Like it wouldn't have been. You have a big Italian American.
It was a gray area. Are we British? Are we American? What are we? Let's drink coffee. I'm tired. Does tea give you energy though?
Tea's full of caffeine. I mean, per pound, it's got more caffeine than coffee. But
see, I didn't know that.
But you don't drink it.
I just thought
unequal quantities. You'd still put more coffee in a cup than you would tea.
Yeah, you feel more of a buzz from like coffee.
Yeah.
Nice little grey. It's quite relaxing. Got the aroma. The coffee aroma kind of wakes you up.
I mean, tea has variety. That's something, right? There are many different types of leaves.
Right. There's you got the green tea for people that do yoga. Earl Grey for grandma.
Yeah. Chinese tea for people who do Chinese.
People that do Chinese, yes. We're a very cultural podcast. Well, that's the reason why I started this thing, to kind of delve into things that I don't know. So we apologize in advance for any cultural flubs that happen. They're bound to happen. You'll see them on video in the future. So, so you lived 8 years in England. Then you moved 8 years in Italy, excuse me, and then you moved to
England, to Manchester.
To Manchester.
Yeah.
See, because you look really Italian, you sound really British. Do you have any like identity crisis?
The Italians don't think I'm Italian because I go bright red in the sun. It's like my dad's like purple.
You look like a typical Manc to me, which is what you call someone from Manchester.
Yeah.
A Manc.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds offensive.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is because you're from Manchester.
I don't know. We kind of have our saying like, if you're not Manc, you're a wank.
Okay.
We say that.
So I'm a wank.
Apparently so. Say the Mancs.
Thanks for insulting the host.
Sorry.
First video podcast. So you lived a little bit of time in Italy. You moved to England. Did you have any kind of culture shock? What was different? What was weird? Not enough pizza? What?
Little 8-year-old Marzio, what did he think of Manchester?
You just get there and you go to school. You don't speak the language. The only words you can say is Snow White, robot, and Coca-Cola. So it's kind of it's how you communicate, I guess.
They're quite diverse words, though.
But it's actually a funny story. My first year there, I was saying like basta means stop, and my teacher thought I was calling people a bastard. So like I got detention quite a few times.
How do you say pasta in Italian?
With a P, yeah, basta with a B.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pasta.
So you had a bit of a kind of a slow acclimation to the British culture. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, well, I guess so. I was surrounded by just purely English people. The language wasn't so difficult. I learned it in like 2 years, maybe 3 years. But the accent, I didn't lose my Italian accent until I was in high school. So.
Yeah.
Well, that would have worked well for you with women, I imagine, though, right?
Not when you're a kid, because you're not like an 8-year-old trying to like hook up with me.
True that. Yeah. Okay. But in high school, you said in high school.
Yeah, when I got to high school, I had my English accent.
Oh man, the worst time to get the Manc accent.
Yeah.
So, do you speak Italian with a Manc accent though?
I've started to in the past few years because I speak less and less Italian.
Okay.
Like, especially I'm in China. And like in China, they like try and get you to pronounce like your phonics and stuff like that.
It's true.
So it's a bit. Yeah.
So what's your Chinese name?
Marzio.
Marzio. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Spot on.
Like
it's perfect.
Horse something. I don't know what it is.
Oh, ma is horse.
Ma.
That could be 100 things.
Son maybe.
So you're still having an identity crisis.
Yeah, I don't know who
Basically.
I am. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're glad to have you on the show.
Maybe I can find my identity here.
You know how to work a MacBook.
Yeah.
Because we need you here. That's the point of this show. We wanted to introduce you to the people, so when they hear your voice, they're not scared.
Like, James sounds really different.
Yeah. What happened to his ridiculous laugh?
Yeah.
Why is James a 12-year-old girl? Like,
Why is his geography knowledge so good now?
My grandma's gonna be very worried about James. She's the only listener.
She's our number one fan.
Exactly. Shout out to Emma.
that's your grandma.
That's my grandma.
Grandma Emma sounds like a nice ring to it.
It's a classical name. That's like, you can't beat an Emma.
Can't beat it.
Grandma Anna. It's kind of
Anna. On which side?
Italian.
Italian side.
It's Anna.
So when you go to home, Italy or England, when you're in Italy, do you miss British food and vice versa, or what do you like to snack on?
Bacon. Like, the only thing I miss in Italy is bacon. And here, can't find decent bacon anywhere apart from England. Or like maybe, I don't know, other places I haven't been, I guess. But like when I'm in England, maybe like I like my Italian food more than anything. So salami, pizza, prosciutto.
Fresh meat.
Yeah.
Fresh. That was going to be the alternative name of our podcast. Fresh meat. Yeah. But we didn't want to come on too many, dubious Google searches.
Well, they got like that English TV show, aren't they, called Fresh Meat, with the guys from In Between Us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we should talk about more like idiosyncratic British TV shows. Yeah, that's a great idea for the show.
I think English TV shows like...
Yeah, let's go really niche stuff that nobody's ever watched and half people don't even like.
Yeah, we're trying to narrow our audience down to one person.
That's why I'm the
Darth
tech
Marenghi.
guy.
Have you ever seen Darth Marenghi? His dog place?
Heard of it. He's a funny guy.
Mighty Boosh. You ever heard of it?
Mighty Boosh, know that. That was actually on in the States for a while.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You guys got the Shameless, didn't you?
Yeah, we got Shameless.
Shamelessly
we got The Office,
copied Shameless.
which I love the British Office, but the American Office went for a long time and it was still funny. It's hard to make a show that long that's still funny. And yeah, there was some lulls when Steve Carell left, but that's neither here nor there.
Who replaced Steve Carell in that? I can't remember.
They didn't really replace him. They just used the existing.
There was a few guest people.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, you came to China. Why?
Why?
Have you been to Manchester? I'm joking.
I haven't.
No, Manchester's okay. Just when I needed something different, I don't like to stay in one place for too long. I like to travel. I thought I'd come here actually like...
British people are very good at traveling, right?
Yeah,
it's easy. So. It's what we're used to.
Got to get out of that little island.
Yeah.
It's been that way for hundreds of years, right?
Centuries.
It's like full of small towns and everybody knows everybody's business kind of stuff. Like.
So how many places have you named Marzioville?
Just none.
Just your apartment.
Yeah,
right?
guess so. No, I've been to I was in a small town called Ormskirk in England for a while. Really small town. And that's where I was before I came in. I just needed to leave, maybe go and see like a bit more of the world and stuff. So I thought China's the furthest away I can go.
Right. Yeah, that's the same with me. I knew I wanted to travel and go somewhere else, and I thought, the most kind of alien place would be China. It's kind of closed off. It's a total, hardship to get a visa here.
Yeah.
It's only getting harder now, though. If we were lucky when we came, if you're new now coming into China, it's much, much more difficult.
Right, and we're grandfathered in to the point where it's easier for us to stay and come back and freely travel between nations. But yes, it's otherworldly, to say the least.
Do you not find like traveling here, like, I don't know, I traveled here to like do some exploring, but I found I get here and now I'm just settling down, trying to get comfortable, like without even knowing it. I'm like,
you're getting old. That's why. Yeah. Like you have the young mind when you arrive, and then you're like, you've got to have a 9-to-5 job, and then you've got to pay your bills.
And you're like, oh, buy a TV, and you're on the couch watching your TV. You're like, oh, I didn't go up that mountain.
Then you realize that I can be on a couch watching a TV in any place in the world. Yeah. So who cares if I'm in China still?
Especially if you're watching the same TV shows.
Right.
Do you guys watch any Chinese TV shows?
I watch a couple. Some of them
they're
but-
still kind of in that vaudeville phase of like loud noises and bad jokes.
Canned applause is the thing I hate the most. Just like people applauding things that aren't. There's no one actually applauding.
Yeah.
It's
just,
not a laugh track. It's just like there's a lull in sound, so they're like, oh, this must be funny.
Yeah.
Very
And
innocent jokes
I
as well.
can't blame. I'm not chastising them for their level of creative
Well, I don't know.
output, but you know you got to give it to them. They've been dealt the short straw in terms of recent history, to put it mildly.
In what way?
So we're gonna stop the show now.
Elaborate.
We're gonna try to not get kicked out of the country. So, but no, China's great. It's a good place. We've said it's alien. It's kind of otherworldly, but it's the best part that I find is that there's so many expatriates from interesting places that you can converse with and have fun with. It's like a big hostel.
It's going to be kind of interesting in like 30 years when like we're kind of almost the first generation of like these expats here. So like in 30 years, are we going to be like a bunch of 60, 70-year-old foreigners in China? Like, will they let us stay here that long? Like,
We'll see. Yeah, I've got an exorbitant amount of cats at the moment, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna escape.
I'm surprised I haven't heard them. They're usually quite vocal.
Yes. My ADD flares up whenever they meow, so we've been lucky tonight. But like I said, this was just kind of an update show to let you guys know that we're still alive and kicking. So we wanted to introduce Marzio, and we wanted to touch base with our audience. So we hope you guys are excited for some new cultural journeys through these microphones. You guys have anything else to say to?
Well, I think we should say, like, if there's anything that you guys want to say to us to talk about, or anything
any
like
questions that you have for upcoming guests. We got Russians, we got Kazakhs, we got French people. So or anything you guys want.
any games, like anything they can
Games,
come up with.
segments. Please help us.
that. This is a cry for help. and
We're
we
struggling.
Need you.
But anyways, if you watched this full video, we just want to say thank you, and we hope you guys are interested in the upcoming episodes that we dish out. Soup,
Dishing out soup.
right?
All right, I got it.
Ladle out.
We're gonna ladle out some episodes.
So, on behalf of all of us here, thank you again.
This is the longest goodbye ever. Can we stretch it out a little bit longer?
Right, we're gonna edit this down.
Thanks
But,
for having me here.
Anyways, this was all from Marzio.
Yeah.
So, peace out, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.